Holy crap, here we are, like months and months later. Yeah, I guess we don't need an explanation. We don't need anything. So for today's video, I created this lovely kind of fall Thanksgiving vibe look. So if that's something you guys are interested in seeing, then just keep watching. As always, thank you for your support. And if you could hit that subscribe button, you can ring the notification bell. That way you guys are notified every time that I upload a video, which apparently is like, I don't know, once a year or something like that. All right, well, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Guys, she's looking like a mess, so we need to put some makeup on. We're gonna start with eyes, and I thought for today we would kind of do a like fall Thanksgiving vibes kind of eye look. Nothing too crazy, but you know, just thought we would be a little bit festive since, holy crap, it's mid-November. Like I swear I do not understand where the time goes. It's absolutely insane. Either way, we are going to start by priming the eyelids, and I'm actually trying out some of these like Kiss lash extensions. So I put those on. I'm just kind of seeing how they're going to last, because it says that they can last, I think, like up to a week or so. So we shall see. I like the idea of lash extensions. I had them done professionally once, and that's one of those things that if you have it done, you kind of have to keep getting it done, because they say it doesn't mess with your lashes, but it ruins your lashes. So hoping this won't do that. All right, so we've got down the primer. Everything I'm using, if I don't mention it, will be linked down below, so you can always check in the description box. That's where I will put it. Okay, so I'm going to be going into the Colourpop Wild Child Palette. This is a super affordable palette, and as you can see, it just has like all those gorgeous brown tones. So I'm going to just go in with this lighter shade Spotted. We'll see how it is working around these taller lashes. I'm going to more or less be focusing this kind of in the crease, but then also kind of all over, because it's going to be kind of our transition shade. I was thinking of maybe putting some tape down. I used to use the e.l.f. eyeshadow tapes, and oh, those were so good, but they discontinued them for some reason, so I'm like, I don't understand why that would be a discontinue, but sure. But the same effect, honestly, is just use some paper tape. You can get this in like the first aid aisle at pretty much any store or pharmacy that you go to. I kind of made the other one a little bit long. That'll be annoying. Paper tape is nice. It's nice. Paper tape is nice because it won't hurt your skin, or it shouldn't anyway. All right, so let's just keep going back in and blending that out. Let's put on some tunes while I'm doing this, shall we? Key thing with any of these eye looks, it sounded like I said eye licks. Words are hard, people. The key thing with any of these eye looks is to really take your time with blending, especially when you're using you know, these deeper shades and such. It really helps to just basically have like a clean, fluffy blender brush, something like this, don't even put anything on it. Hold it at the end of the brush because that's gonna kind of be the lightest touch, and just go on those outer edges and just go back and forth, kind of like a windshield wiper. That totally reminded me of Bob Ross. Did any of you guys watch Bob Ross growing up? My dad loved Bob Ross. And I think it was, I don't know if he was still alive at the time. I actually don't even know when he passed away. But he used to have a show on, I think it was just like OPB or something like that. But yeah, his voice, happy little trees. The happy little trees. And I can't, I mean, I'm not an artist at all. My dad is, and my brother got that talent, but not me. You're lucky if you get stick figures. I'm just trying to press this darker shade right into this corner called Feisty. We're just trying to create that smoky effect. I'm just trying to make it so these lines aren't terribly harsh. I'm going to take, I want like a light shade. So I'm actually going to take my bronzer, the Makeup by Mario, and put that on another brush. And I don't know, I think that's just going to kind of marry the space between the eye look and my brows. If you're lacking a crease shade or like a transition shade, your bronzer always works really well for that. Or for that matter, if you're just not feeling doing an eye look today or at any time, just use your bronzer. Just put that all over the lid. Kind of has a nice like monochromatic effect that I like. I'm gonna kind of stamp on an even darker, well, I don't know, that might be the darkest shade. There's like kind of a, it's a dark brown called Icon, but it has like just a hint of shimmer. So I think I'm gonna actually place that in that corner as well. I'm actually gonna take these tapes off because not only am I contending with my eyelashes, I'm contending with the tape. So yeah, you just kind of pack it on. With having the eye shape that I do is it's really hard to get the color deposited into my crease because I'm kind of contending with my orbital bone. I mean, some say that gives you a nice guide, but I don't know. I think it's kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. All right, I think we are smoky. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my blender brush again and just go on the outer edges. I think I'm gonna just maybe do some of this shade Fierce, if you can see that, how pretty. And I'm just gonna pack that pretty much on like 2/3 of the lid. Yeah, that looks super pretty. And same with this side. A lot of times with shimmers, metallics, glitters, all of that, you're gonna be honestly better off if you're just applying it with your finger. I know sometimes it's hard the longer your nails are, but I find that you have a little bit more control, and a lot of times it tends to be more pigmented that way, and you don't get maybe as much fallout because you're really kind of pressing that in to your eyelid. But what I do English is funny. I take like a flat type shader brush and I just apply some of that same shade onto it, and I just kind of perfect the crease area because you know you really can't poke your finger that far up in it. So I just perfect that little area in the crease. And then just for giggles, there is a really glittery shade in here called Lashes, and I'm just gonna press down that as well, just to add some extra dimension. Super cute. We're gonna do some eyeliner. So I'm actually going to use a pencil liner. This is NYX. It is their like black brown shade. Like a spot here and then I picked at it, and because my skin is the way it is, if I pick on anything then there's gonna be like a scar there forever and a day, which is fun. So cool, good for me. All right, so I think for foundation I'm gonna use the Skin Feels Good by Lancome. This is one of my most favorites. It's kind of, I don't know, it's like a hybrid of like a foundation, tinted moisturizer. I mean, it's not like crazy coverage or anything like that, but it does offer some like SPF in it, and it's just like one of those easy kind of no-brainer foundations to use. So I just always put it on the back of my hand here, and I'm just gonna stamp that in. Are there any traditions that, sorry about that, are there any traditions that you guys have for this time of year? If you're somebody who celebrates Thanksgiving? I don't know. I mean, I like Thanksgiving, like, you know, the food's good and all that. It's just not, I guess, my most favorite holiday. I'm really into, you know, Christmas and all of that. But yeah, I mean, I can kind of take it or leave it type of thing. I mean, I love any time that I can eat mashed potatoes, so that's a bonus. And yeah, it always kind of sucks too because of what my husband does. He's usually not around, but we try to celebrate whenever he gets home, because I know it's hard for him too, not being here. We're gonna try out a new concealer. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer in the shade One Fair. I haven't played around with this yet, so I have no idea how this is gonna be. And as you guys probably know from past videos, my under eyes have been real picky. Super duper picky. I'm gonna start blending that out because I never know, like, is this a concealer that's gonna be drying down like super duper fast? It's definitely brightening. I try to just really not put too much under my eyes anymore. just because I know they're super picky. What do we think? What do we think? I'm gonna look up close here. I mean, it looks pretty good. I feel like it's like a little bit clingy on the inside corner there, but like I said, that's kind of my usual. Let's see if we can cover that bad boy up. I have a blood vessel, broken blood vessel over there. Always red around my nose. Woo! That was probably a lot. Yeah, okay, let's blend that out. I like the shade. You know, for me, that's a pretty good match. Yeah, I mean, it's not like crazy good under my eyes, but again, I mean, it's just kind of always been a battle lately for what's gonna work for me. So much of what you're using on your face can affect the wear of like your concealers, your powders, your foundations, and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it's kind of like an infinite amount of combinations that you can try to help make something work. So I never want to say something's like, you know, oh, like this is never going to work for me, because I mean, yeah, it could be that it just doesn't work very well with this foundation. It could be it doesn't work very well with like my primer, my moisturizer, you know, something like that. So I always just kind of try different combinations, or, you know, like I just try it on its own if I'm doing like a lighter makeup day and that kind of thing. Right now I'm just using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I'm using my little powder puff here. These are so great, guys, for powder application. It just like really helps to make your face look super airbrushed. Okay, she's powdered. I'm gonna kind of zoom through the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back and we'll like finish up the eyes and all that jazz. Cool. All right, hang tight, which will be like a millisecond for you guys. Cool. We're back. Did my eyebrows and all of that stuff. I just wanted to finish up the eye makeup. So I'm gonna go back into the palette and start with that first shade that we started with, Spotted. Then a little bit of the darker shade, Feisty, and I'm gonna focus that on that outer third. Then what we are going to do is add some mascara. This is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. We're all gonna do it. We all have to do the dumb mascara face. I think that's a requirement. Like if you're not putting on mascara with a stupid face on, I don't know what you're doing. Okay? All right, now we're gonna do a little bit of lip liner. The Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Pillow Talk. I put a little bit of like lip moisturizer on, so that's kind of giving us some slip here. I love this lip liner because it's pretty much just my lip shade, and I don't know, it's just easy. Then I'm going to go in with this YSL lipstick in the shade 10. I'm going to zhuzh my hair. All right, you guys, here is today's final look. A little like fall vibes, Thanksgiving vibes, all of that using the Colourpop Wild Child Palette. I thought I would wear, I don't know, animal print because it kind of goes with the theme. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching today. I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That definitely helps me out in the world of YouTube algorithms. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.